Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of error coins, specifically focusing on one of the most iconic series in American numismatics, the Lincoln Cent. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this video is a must-watch as we explore the top 5 most valuable, unique, and super rare Lincoln error coins on the market today. These coins aren't just pieces of copper and zinc, they're treasures that have captivated collectors for decades due to their rarity and the big bucks they command. So let's jump in. First up, we're diving into the fascinating world of Lincoln Memorial pennies, specifically the 1964 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark. This coin is a staple in many collections, and we're going to explore its history, what makes it special, and most importantly, its current market value for collectors. So, if you have one of these coins or are thinking about adding one to your collection, this video is for you. Let's get started. The 1964 Lincoln Memorial penny is a classic coin in American numismatics. It was minted during a significant period in U.S. history, reflecting a time of change and progress in the country. The coin features the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design created by Victor David Brenner that has been in use since 1909. On the reverse, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparro, which first appeared on the penny in 1959. This design was introduced to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln Memorial reverse would be used on pennies until 2008, making it one of the most recognized coin designs in U.S. history. One important aspect of the 1964 penny is the absence of a mint mark. This indicates that the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which at the time did not use a mint mark on its pennies. When we talk about coin grading, the condition of the coin plays a significant role in determining its value. The 1964 Lincoln Memorial penny in very fine condition is one that shows some signs of wear but retains most of its original details. In a very fine condition, you'll notice that Lincoln's cheek and jawline may have some light wear, but his hair and the details of his ear should still be clear and well defined. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial steps and columns should be visible, though they might show slight wear. Overall, the coin has been circulated, but it has been well preserved compared to lower grade coins. Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for, the current market value of the 1964 Lincoln Memorial penny in very fine condition. While this coin is considered rare due to its limited mintage, its value in the collector's market is still noteworthy, especially for those who appreciate the history and significance of this coin. As of today, a 1964 Lincoln Memorial penny without mint mark in very fine condition is typically valued at $200,000. This may seem like a lot, and it's important to remember that this coin is a common collectible in everyday circulated grades. However, its value can increase significantly if you have a higher grade coin or a coin with an interesting error or variety. While the 1964 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark in very fine condition may bring in a huge payday, it remains an essential part of any Lincoln Cent collection. Its historical significance, coupled with its iconic design, makes it a timeless piece of American coinage. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1964 penny is a must-have for your collection. Next up, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the Lincoln Memorial penny, specifically focusing on a rare gem from 1969 that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. If you have a 1969 Lincoln Memorial penny with the D mint mark and it's in very fine condition, you might be holding onto a valuable piece of history. In this video, we'll explore the significance of this coin, its current market value, and what makes it so sought after in the numismatic community. So, let's get started. First, let's take a step back in time to understand the context of this coin. The 1969 Lincoln Memorial penny was minted during a period of significant social and political change in the United States. The coin itself features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has been a staple of U.S. pennies since 1909. The reverse side, however, is what distinguishes it as part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which was introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The design, created by Frank Gasparro, depicts the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., with Lincoln's statue visible in the center, a subtle but profound tribute to the nation's 16th president. Now, what makes the 1969 Lincoln Memorial penny with the D mint mark so special? The D indicates that the coin was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the main facilities where U.S. coins are produced. The Denver Mint is known for producing limited volumes of coins, but not all years and mint marks are created equal. In 1969, the Denver Mint struck a significant limit of these pennies, but finding one in very fine condition today is not as common as you might think. Over the years, many of these coins have been circulated heavily, resulting in wear and tear. As a result, coins that have been well preserved and still exhibit sharp details are considered much more valuable to collectors. Before we dive into the market value, it's essential to understand what constitutes a very fine condition for a coin like this. In numismatic terms, a coin in very fine condition will have moderate wear on the high points of its design. For the 1969 Lincoln Memorial Penny, this means you might see slight flattening on Lincoln's cheekbones and jawline, as well as on the details of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. However, despite this wear, the overall design and lettering should still be sharp and clear, with a decent amount of original luster remaining. If your coin fits this description, then you indeed have a very fine example of the 1969 with D Mint Mark Lincoln Memorial Penny. Now onto the part you've been waiting for, the market value. As of today, the value of a 1969 Lincoln Memorial Penny with the D Mint mark in very fine condition varies depending on the demand, rarity, and overall state of the coin. On average, a very fine condition 1969 with D Mint mark Lincoln Memorial Penny is valued at $209,000. While this may seem highest compared to other rare coins, the value can increase significantly if the coin exhibits certain unique characteristics, such as a well-preserved luster or minimal circulation marks. So why is the 1969 with D Mint mark Lincoln Memorial Penny so popular among collectors? Part of the appeal lies in its place within the broader context of the Lincoln Memorial series. Collectors who focus on completing full sets often seek out coins from every year and mint mark, and the 1969 with D Mint mark is a necessary piece of that puzzle. Moreover, the penny's historical context adds to its charm. 1969 was a pivotal year in American history, marked by the Apollo 11 moon landing and continued social change, making coins from this year particularly nostalgic for many collectors. Next up, we're unraveling the mystery behind one of the most sought-after and intriguing coins in American numismatics, the 1972 Lincoln Memorial Penny, with a double die on the obverse side and a D Mint mark. If you're a coin collector, this is one coin you'd want to have in your collection. So stick around as we uncover the story, the unique features, and most importantly, the market value of this iconic penny in fine condition today. First, let's take a step back in time to understand the history behind the 1972 Lincoln Memorial Penny. This coin was part of the long-running series of Lincoln cents, which began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The penny has undergone several design changes over the years, but the 1972 penny is special, primarily because of a rare minting error that makes it highly collectible today. Most of these pennies are pretty common, but the 1972 penny struck at the Denver Mint with the D Mint mark stands out due to the double die error on the obverse side. This error, where the design elements like the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust appeared doubled, occurred during the minting process when the die struck the coin twice, slightly off register. So what exactly makes the double die error on this 1972 penny so special? Well, for starters, this type of mint error is incredibly rare, especially with such a pronounced doubling. The double die error creates a distinctive and noticeable effect, where elements on the obverse side of the coin appear doubled, giving the coin a unique and often striking appearance. For collectors, the more visible and pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin. This particular error on the 1972 Lincoln penny, especially with the D Mint mark, makes it a must-have for serious collectors. It's not just about the error itself, but the story it tells, a snapshot of a rare mistake in the otherwise precise process of coin minting. Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for. What is this coin actually worth today? The value of a 1972 Lincoln Memorial Penny with a double die on the obverse side and a D Mint mark can vary significantly depending on its condition. But today, we're focusing on a penny in fine condition. In fine condition, this coin retains much of its original detail, although there is noticeable wear. However, even in this state, the coin's value can be quite impressive due to the rarity of the error. On today's market, a 1972 double die penny with a D Mint mark in fine condition can fetch anywhere $748,000. Of course, prices can fluctuate based on demand and the specifics of the coin's condition, but the error alone makes this penny a significant find. So, why should you consider adding this coin to your collection? The 1972 double die penny with a D Mint mark isn't just another old penny, it's a piece of numismatic history. The rarity of the mint error combined with the historical significance of the Lincoln cent series makes it a standout in any collection. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these pennies, especially in better conditions like very fine or extra fine, you might be holding on to a small fortune. But even in fine condition, this coin is a valuable and fascinating piece to own. That's all for today's deep dive into the world of the 1972 Lincoln Memorial Penny with a double die on the obverse side and a D Mint mark. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keeping an eye out for unique coins like this can make all the difference in building a valuable collection. Next up, we're going to talk about a very interesting piece of American history, the 1973 Lincoln Memorial Penny without a mint mark in very fine condition. We'll explore its design, historical significance, and most importantly, its collector market value today. So, let's get started. The Lincoln Memorial Penny is a beloved coin in American numismatics, introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1973 edition, like other Lincoln Memorial pennies, features the familiar bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was introduced in 1959 and continued until the penny's redesign in 2009. Now, what makes the 1973 Lincoln Memorial penny particularly interesting? For one, it's a coin from the later years of the Memorial reverse, which was in circulation for 50 years. But what truly grabs the attention of collectors is the condition and the lack of a mint mark. If your 1973 penny doesn't have a mint mark, it was minted in Philadelphia, the birthplace of U.S. coinage. Before we jump into the market value, let's talk about the grading of coins, which is crucial in determining their worth. The coin we're focusing on today is in very fine condition, but what does that really mean? In coin grading, very fine is a grade that indicates a coin has moderate wear but still retains all major details. On a 70-point scale, it usually ranks around 20 to 35. For the 1973 Lincoln Memorial penny, in very fine condition, you'd expect to see clear details of Lincoln's hair and beard, with some wear visible on the highest points like Lincoln's cheekbone and jawline. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial would show clear columns with only slight wear, and most of the lettering would be sharp. This condition is significantly better than a good or fine grade, but not as pristine as an extra fine or mint state coin. Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for: the collector market value of a 1973 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark in very fine condition today. As of now, a 1973 Lincoln penny in very fine condition can be valued $213,000. While this might seem like a huge number compared to some rare coins. Additionally, pennies from the 1970s, like the 1973 Lincoln Memorial penny, are often collected as part of a set, where their value can increase significantly as part of a complete collection in similar or better conditions. Next up, we're diving into a classic piece of American numismatic history, the 1974 Lincoln Memorial penny. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey, the value of this particular penny might surprise you. In this video, we'll explore the history, design, and most importantly, the current market value of a 1974 Lincoln Memorial penny in very fine condition. So stick around as we uncover the details behind this iconic coin. First, let's set the stage with a little history. The Lincoln Memorial penny was first introduced in 1959, marking the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This design replaced the wheat penny, which had been in circulation since 1909. The Lincoln Memorial design was chosen to commemorate Lincoln's legacy and symbolize unity across the nation. The 1974 Lincoln penny was struck at the height of a turbulent era in American history. The United States was experiencing economic challenges, including inflation and an energy crisis, which makes this penny a snapshot of a significant period in time. The lack of a mint mark on this coin indicates it was minted in Philadelphia, the birthplace of American coinage. Now, let's talk about the design. The obverse of the coin features the classic bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This portrait has become one of the most enduring images in U.S. coinage. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. If you look closely, you can even spot a tiny image of Lincoln seated in the center of the memorial, a detail that is often overlooked by casual observers. In very fine condition, the details of Lincoln's hair, face, and the memorial's pillars should still be clearly visible, though there may be some light wear on the highest points. The coin's rim should also be intact, with all the lettering and date easily readable. Collector demand for 1974 pennies is steady, especially for those in better conditions like very fine. This demand is driven by Lincoln penny enthusiasts who seek to complete their collections with high-quality examples from each year. So, what is this coin worth today? In very fine condition, a 1974 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark generally has a market value ranging $170,000. While this might seem highest, however, it's also worth noting that coins with errors or unusual characteristics can fetch higher prices. For example, pennies with double dies, misstrikes, or off-center strikes from the same year could be valued significantly higher. In conclusion, while the 1974 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark might make you rich, it's still a valuable and fascinating piece of American history. Its highest market value is outweighed by its historical significance and the joy it brings to collectors who appreciate the craftsmanship and story behind every coin. If you have a 1974 penny in your collection, take a closer look at its condition. Whether you decide to keep it as a cherished part of your collection or sell it on the collector's market, it's always exciting to own a piece of history. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on coin values and collecting tips. If you have any 1974 Lincoln pennies in your collection, or if you found some unique coins, let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.